Yo, welcome back to the Cold Talk, the iciest podcast on Instagram.
Wait, what? Is that what we're doing?
Yeah,
The Cold Talk.
the Cold Talk.
I didn't know that. I didn't just say that last video.
Oh, it sucks.
It's on our Instagram story.
The Cold Talk?
Bro,
Yes.
I've not seen the Cold
welcome
Talk.
to Cold Talk, the iciest podcast on Instagram.
I'm not saying that.
I say it. You don't like it? It's
I'm-
corny, which means it's good.
It's alright, so whatever.
All right. Yo, welcome back to Cold Talk, the iciest podcast on Instagram. It's me and Gibbs today. We're going to tell you what it's like to be a store owner, what some of the challenges that we face, some of the stuff that we go through on a day-to-day basis, and overall how we got started. How you doing, Gib?
I'm doing pretty good. I'm a little tired. It's been a long day.
I'm a little tired, too.
Yeah?
Yeah, a little
Why?
bit. I don't know. I slept a lot last night.
Yeah, you should not be tired. You're up till 4 a.m. playing Fortnite.
Nah, I went to bed before 9.
Wow.
Yeah.
So, I got a question for you, Tyler.
Go ahead.
Did you see yourself doing this when you were a kid? Opening a sneaker store?
Not not seriously. Like I would joke around about it in high school at like the lunch table. Oh, it'd be so cool to have a resale store. At the time, like I would say
The
like
lunch
round
table.
2 or it was like round 2 was popping during that time. Like I'd always watch the round 2 show. Like their episodes are fire. Did you ever watch them?
Back in the day.
It'd be like an hour and a half long. You see
Oh,
Sean and Chris.
I would
and
never
all.
watch the full episode, though.
Oh wow, I did. I
Yeah?
thought it was so sick. Like watching the trade deals and like I like vintage, like the vintage tees and all that stuff. It was cool.
Sure. You still do like vintage. You're wearing one right now.
Yeah, that's cool. But
That
no,
doesn't
I
change.
never seriously thought I'd own a sneaker store. This just kind of happened off of a whim, to be honest with you.
Was it a whim?
Yeah, I remember. So here, a little bit of background. When I first started working for you guys, like for Cold Shoulder, I was just editing videos. I was charging you guys like $50 a video to edit them. I was making YouTube videos for you guys. And then I remember I was off like 2 Red Bulls and it was like 7 a.m. I was driving to Orlando, just shoot with my buddy. Shout out Cole Enright. And I text you guys like a long ass paragraph just saying, yo, I want to be a part of the team, yada, yada, yada.
You were driving?
I was driving, yeah.
Wow, that was a long
It
paragraph.
was a long ass paragraph. I was really hyper.
She was a book.
Yeah, it was. But it was a meaningful book.
It was meaningful.
And no, I just basically said like I saw something in all of us that like, and I knew that us 4 collectively can make big things happen, and it did. And you guys said sure, no problem. You guys talked about it, and then you guys said yeah, sure, we'll bring you on. You know, obviously you're now editing for free, but we'll bring you on.
Got free edits.
Yeah, I got free edits, and then I remember it was like October of 2020 that we started talking about the store, and even then it seemed like a far-fetched idea, kind of. I think that you would agree.
Yeah, just because of everything that was going on. It was when COVID was going crazy.
Yeah.
It was right before the election. There was just so much controversy, and opening a store sounded like the craziest idea. But then as we got closer and closer, it just felt right. You know?
During this time, I just came home from college. I was in Orlando going to UCF, and I just quit my job at the bank making a salary. So like I really didn't know if I was staying home or if I was going to go back to school or move or whatever. And obviously I ended up staying. And yeah, like at the time it just seemed so far like out of reach. Like we were like, all right, well we need X amount of dollars, X amount of shoes. I think that we were making kind of benchmarks for us off rip that were really high and sounded nuts. Like,
And it ended up being worse.
ended up being worse. But I think collectively we can all say that we worked doubles almost every single day. Would come here
Yeah, bro.
late at night, tired
7
as hell.
days a week.
Yeah, like I
Mornings.
would valet with you at Tudo, and like I would go work my job at the golf course, and then I would come and then valet with you, and like I'd be at the golf course at like 5:30 in the morning, and
Yeah.
I'd be getting done valeting at midnight.
It was, and then in between when there was time, it was coming here,
It was-
building the shop. Because we
Definitely.
built almost everything here ourselves.
Yeah.
Not built, hung shelves, but the whole counter built.
We have a lot of
Shout
video
out, baby.
footage of us building the store that will drop soon. I say
should drop
I
that.
say when we hit 1,000 subscribers on YouTube, we'll drop the video. That way we can actually monetize it and make money off of you. I'm gonna stop. When we hit 1,000 subscribers, we'll drop the video of us building the shop because I don't think anyone's actually filmed the process of building a sneaker store.
Don't know, actually.
To my knowledge, I've never seen like a video of like.
No, there is. There's
Yeah?
definitely.
I mean, I'm sure there is, but no one as cool as us. You know, no one with the iciest podcast on Instagram.
Yo, we gotta cut that part out. Just kidding. IC's podcast. Let us know what you think about that. Is it corny or
It's definitely corny, but that means it's good.
okay?
Yeah. The
But-
iciest podcast on Instagram. I keep on saying it.
Iciest.
But when we were building the shop, besides working a lot of hours, what was like the biggest challenge you think that we faced as a group? You think it was just time management or capital, like money?
No,
or?
I do remember. I don't know if I'm getting too deep. You all tell me if we are. It's not that deep. Communication.
Oh, communication
Communication
was
was our worst thing
Yes.
ever. We could not communicate on anything. Shit was happening twice that should have been never happening at all.
Yeah, but at the time, like finance wise, like we like had no communication of what money was going where or like
Yeah.
who was spending what. So like I remember Julian texted us one time in the group chat. He's like, "Yo, I just did a $5,000 buyout."
Randomly, and we were
I'm like, sick. I'm
yeah,
already like
cool.
living off of scraps right now.
Blazers every day, Forces.
But yeah, I had no shoes. I
That was
liquidated.
That was your daily.
I'm still am a big Kith fan, but I was a huge Kith fan. I had probably like 30 plus Kith t-shirts, a bunch of Kith apparel, and like I'd buy out their drops, and I sold all of it. I almost sold my Xbox. Like literally anything that I had the money invested in.
That's
that
when you know you're down bad. You almost sold your Xbox.
Yeah, I canceled the sale though.
Thank God.
But I remember I sold like I got a Chrome Hearts nail ring for Christmas. Like I was in love with it. Like I sold it to Bailey.
You didn't
Like,
want to sell it.
I didn't want to sell it. No,
Had
but I
to.
had needed the cash.
Had to do things.
But it was all worth it. Like that taught me that like these materialistic items really hold no meaning. Like it's dope. Don't get me wrong. Like owning like Off-White 5s or a cool Chrome Hearts piece or whatever is cool. But there's really no like meaning to it. It's just at the end of the day, it's just an article of clothing, and that made me really open my eyes and see that.
Yeah, I guess you could say that. In a way, though, it's also kind of art.
No,
I don't know.
Okay, yeah, like obviously, like I just bought Off-White 5s, and that's like like one of my dream shoes, and like I'll appreciate it more because it's made by Virgil and everything that happened.
Mhm.
You know, the unfortunate passing of Virgil, like it means more to me. And this isn't a shoe I would sell, even if it went back to that point.
I'm never selling my pair.
Yeah,
You won't catch me without it.
yeah, I almost bought your pair, but
Didn't fit.
but no, during that time, yeah, we were living off pennies. Like we were scrapping everything liquid that we had was going right to the store, and it was scary, honestly.
Yeah, it was definitely scary, but it worked out. And surprisingly, I think we went in at one of the most perfect times.
Yeah, when it seemed like the most unperfect time.
It seemed like the most unperfect because now you go to get a retail space, you go to do anything like open a store, and it's
Double.
everything's double, everything's triple. Materials, these shelves, all of it.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
At any point during the process of, so we signed our lease in February and then we opened up in April, and we built the shop almost every single day during that time period. At any point did you feel like that this was going to fail or that you were scared that it was going to fail?
Yes,
Yeah, me too.
of course.
100%. But like did it feel like this is gonna sound horrible and I don't know if I want to keep this in, but like I remember like vividly like me like freaking out to my parents saying that the shop was gonna fail, that all my money's gone into the shop, like because I was so nervous. Like,
No, the time I was freaking out the very, very most was the day before we signed the lease.
the day
and then
before.
After we signed the lease, I was kind of vibing. I don't know how to explain
Dude,
it. Like,
the day we signed the
like
lease,
'cause
you
once
were
we're
lit.
signed, once you sign, you sign. That's it.
That's it.
So
You're in handcuffs.
yeah,
Yeah, but I was excited that day.
I was nervous, bro.
But building the shop, like this is gonna sound nuts, but like I knew you guys for a handful of months.
Like a couple months,
Yeah.
actually.
Yeah, and we just trusted each other. We're like, all right, this kid
Mhm.
seems cool.
Good ambition, hard worker. Can trust him. You know,
But at any point, actually, yeah, this is a good question. At any point, were you guys worried about me being part of the team because of like my age and like me being like, yo,
the
like,
age at first, yeah. But then
it scared you?
because I feel like I had only hung out with you maybe a couple times,
A handful of times,
a handful of times before you texted us, and then we started hanging out more, and it was
like every day.
yeah.
I was like, all right, Miami. We were just going to Miami
Oh,
making deals
God.
all the time.
The Miami, we can write those miles off, hopefully.
And like, I think during the time I was building the shop, it made me bond with you guys and come really close.
Definitely.
Like we all came super close during that
we were in
period.
here for hours every single day doing stuff.
We had no choice, but like literally, we all hung out with nobody.
Mm-hmm.
Like it was just we hung out with ourselves,
months.
and then you guys had girlfriends at the time. I was single, and that was it.
Mm-hmm.
That was
For everyone I
literally it.
didn't hit up, that's why I was not, whatever.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I mean, it was cool though, because some of my friends you guys became friends with and became close with. Adrian,
Adrian, Chupapi.
yep, Joey, all of you guys. They were here helping us with the store day in day out,
Yeah.
which was awesome. Which is actually really cool.
Adrian.
But no, yeah, definitely. I mean, going into the store and once it became really real and we actually real money invested, I was like, damn, I don't know these people. Like this could go south real quick.
Good luck.
Yeah, but luckily everything worked out for the good.
Mhm.
What was the most like surreal moment? Like when did the shop really feel real for you? Like do you remember like a certain point where like wow, we're
Yes.
doing this?
Our soft opening.
It was
we had
it
all
was
the
a little bit
people in
before
the
that
store.
before me.
Really?
Yeah.
No, it was when we were in this soft. You know what? No, yeah, soft opening, and there were so many people, and everyone was buying something, and I was not prepared enough to be that busy, and I was sweating, running back and forth, I was like, holy shit,
We were behind the counter almost the whole night together.
bro, like on our soft opening.
I remember my
Did not
my
expect
parents
that.
were trying to say goodbye. It took me a solid 30 minutes until I could
Yeah.
step away and say goodbye to them.
Because we were actually,
We were busy. It was our
Running the
first time
store,
using
you know?
POS and everything, and we made a good amount of money, way larger than we thought we would that night.
yeah,
So
we did well.
It really it threw us for a loop.
There was for a loop.
Um,
And then grand opening,
wild.
that was surreal. We walked up, there was like 40 people in a
Yeah.
line waiting to come in. And people were camping out the night before. That's pretty crazy.
Bro, 7 p.m. the night before, I remember, because I came back.
We were leaving the store.
We made all of ourselves get COVID tested because it was during COVID to make sure that we were good
you're
to open.
right.
And I came and I parked my car and I was waiting in my car for my test result before I came. God forbid. And I remember seeing a car in front of me. I'm like, oh, maybe the boys called someone to do a deal. And they I thought they were pulling out sneakers. They pulled out chairs.
Mhm.
I rolled out my window. I was like, yo, are y'all like waiting to camp here? And then they're like, yeah, like, is that cool? I'm
Yo,
like,
that's
hell yeah, that's cool.
fire.
Like, bro, that's like more than that's like 18 hours before we opened.
Mm-hmm.
That's wild.
They did get some retail pairs.
I mean,
but
yeah, they cooked, but
I don't know if it was that worth it.
definitely.
You know
not
what's
that worth
actually funny? We gave out the pairs for retail, and they all came back. We bought them back.
it? Yeah, I mean, expected, kind of.
It doesn't matter.
It all
Same
came
thing.
back from a different person.
Yep.
Yeah, interesting.
Shout out you.
Yeah, you know who you are. Crab.
No, you're not a crab.
But I think when the shop really felt real for me, this is gonna sound corny, but it's when we got the neon and we put it on the wall.
Really?
Yeah,
Turn that.
I was like,
turn it on?
damn, it's a store. Like that to
Yeah.
me is what made it feel like a store. Because when we first bought it, here I'll pop up a picture. Boop picture. That was a horrible boop sound,
Whoa.
but boop
Here,
picture.
I'll give you a little one.
Here, picture. It was just empty. It was 4 walls, a big square patch in the middle of the floor that we had no clue what we were gonna do with the square patch.
That was a pain.
And I think the store was pink, right? And they painted it was pink when we looked at it. It was white when we bought it.
Yeah.
They painted the walls white.
Yeah.
But yeah, we painted everything ourselves. Which if you come here in person, you can probably clearly see that. Mink did the wall. I have an entire time lapse of Mink painting the wall. It's fire.
Shout out Mink. That was like 120-hour project.
At
and
least.
you killed it.
You
And
killed
it's
it. He's
consistent.
Mink, you scared us a little bit. We thought that he wasn't gonna make the deadline.
Did we?
I did at least. It was like a week
No,
out before
I kinda
opening.
remember
He
that.
only had like half the wall done.
You had no, yeah. All the background. If you're watching this, Mink, all the background was done. Half the wall with the black figures was
Yeah.
done, and then it was just the other half. Yeah.
Yeah, and I was panicking. We all were. I feel
And
like.
then you pulled like 3 nearly all-nighters, I think, and finished it.
I remember
Something
I
like
scared the crap out of him. I came back to the shop because I forgot something, and I came to the door and he's blasting music. It was like
And-
Justin Bieber or something, and he was dancing. He was dancing Justin Bieber and spraying like getting
Hell
wet.
yeah.
And he turns around, he's like, "Oh my god!" I'm like,
your
"Don't worry,
ass.
bro. I saw all of it."
That's hilarious.
He was a little embarrassed. But
Nice.
if you can go back in time and do the store over again, or just go through the whole process again, would you do it?
Yeah.
Why?
Why would I do it again?
Mm-hmm.
Because it's fun and we're doing okay, and we're meeting a ton of cool people, crazy connections. Definitely more people than I thought I would meet. I know I'd meet, customers coming in, but
Yeah,
some
bigger
pretty
connections.
bigger connections we've met already, and it's leading to more and more. And I can see that it's a door that opened a bunch of other doors that are waiting to be opened. So that's
It's-
what I'm excited for.
Most of the connections that we made, like big good connections, is kind of wild of like where they came from or how we did it.
A lot of the time it was them coming into the store.
Yeah,
actually.
that or like one of our biggest clients as like a business.
Mm.
I met them through a restaurant. Like that's crazy.
It's just
And then one of our
Things are
biggest
weird.
consigners and a close friend of mine who really helped us like get pairs because we were struggling to get pairs honestly when we first opened.
definitely
I ended up meeting him at the golf course. He was one of the members. It's wild.
worked out. Things just kept clicking and clicking.
Out of nowhere too.
Yeah, and it just felt
In the most unexpected
right.
times, like there'd be like a big light of hope. Honestly, the question I asked you, I'm gonna kind of ask it myself. Like, would I do this again? 100%. Like, yeah, the process sucked. Like, I'm not gonna lie to you. Like, I was broke. Like, I'm sure I can speak for all of us, but like, literally every penny that
We were working hard.
that I was making and that I had was just going straight out and into something that we were unsure of. The store luckily is doing extremely well. We're extremely blessed. Thank you guys for everyone who comes and shops with us, honestly. But it could have flopped just as well. There was a store that opened around the same time as us, and they closed their doors.
yeah.
Yeah, they were open for 4, 5, 6 months.
Mm-hmm.
It's crazy. Like that could have been us.
It could have been us. We planned it a little better than that.
Definitely. I'm about to say the reason why we are doing so well is a testament to our hard work and how dedicated we are to
Hard
the
work.
store. but also to our amazing clients and customers who keep on returning. Like, knock on wood, like all of you guys watching and the people that come to the store, like most of you that are watching this have not just come to the store once or twice.
You've come over and over.
Over and over and over again.
That.
And we're extremely grateful for that. Like, you know, like most of the time, these people that come here once a week, 3 times a week, we become close friends with, because honestly, you guys are great people.
Yeah, for sure. And I think that's about it, Tyler.
One last question.
Oh, what you got?
What is your favorite aspect of the store? It could be like a favorite thing in here, favorite part, or favorite memory.
I know what it is. It's finessing. No, just kidding. Nah, it's probably.
Mine has to be the connections.
That's a hard question because I don't want to say one thing because it's a lot of.
There's a lot of things that are amazing. So mine have to be the people that we meet.
The people that you meet. Yeah. I mean, it couldn't be anything else.
Yeah, like just the people that we met. Really just became like close friends with us.
Good friends, people you could count on, call for help, whatever.
Definitely. Just
from opening the store and then wanting to buy or sell a shoe.
Yeah, and support us.
Yeah.
Definitely.
So if you got shoes for sale, come in. Who knows? We could be lifelong friends.
Definitely. I think with a lot of the social media stuff that we're doing now, like we're really trying to make up content for you guys. That's only going to grow our clientele and our community stronger. Because like right here, like we've never talked about any of this stuff on camera before.
I don't know how much of this will even be left in the video. We'll have to see.
I think a good amount.
Probably.
Yeah, but it's just cool, man. Like, so being able to sit down and talk about something that you built and like some of the challenges that we face as store owners, it's a really cool aspect. Because I know if I saw a video like this when we were opening, I would have been a lot more at ease.
Really?
Definitely, just because
of someone posting like us.
Yeah, saying like, oh, like it was scary opening, like it was a little bit of a struggle. Like,
'cause everyone makes it seem like it's not this big deal opening. Yeah, I opened, blah blah blah.
Yeah,
but it's like
no one talks about the bad parts.
Yeah,
you know what I mean.
It's always the good parts if you're doing well.
Yeah,
hopefully everybody does well.
Yeah, I mean, obviously, like opening and stuff, it was a lot of downs, but there was once we opened the doors, everything went up from there. Like it was awesome. I know that we were happy as hell grand opening day.
Hell yeah, happy as hell. I walk in the door. What time was it? 9?
I don't remember. I got here like 2 or 3 hours early, bro.
Yeah, we got here early. So excited. Last minute things. Oh, I remember we were doing stuff like
we were inventorying the day of opening.
Because we had so much more work than we thought. Let's talk about this. The amount of work that goes into inventorying an entire store from a new POS system is ridiculous.
Dude, days
of work.
And we didn't have that much inventory.
Pictures, variants. It's more than y'all know, but if you're doing 600 products.
Luckily now, like we're so used to it, it takes 5 seconds to inventory an item. But when you're first starting, you're 5 minutes an item.
We didn't know how it was. We were opening in 5 days.
That was wild.
It wasn't that bad, but.
No, I was close to it.
We would put in all the vintage shirts.
One by one. I remember I did that. I went home. I maxed out each vintage piece we had. Mind you, when we first opened, we had all vintage clothing and like 120 sneakers. We had over 300 pieces of vintage. I took pictures front and back of every single piece.
We had 300 pieces?
Yes, 346.
Wow.
I know it's a really random number, but I remember that. And I took a picture front and back of every single piece, masked it all out, did a white background, and titled each one.
And the titles were not vintage shirt. It was in depth.
It was like 1998 Harley Bike Week, whatever. Like it was like long titles.
XL fits L.
Yeah.
Yeah, some crazy shit.
Now our vintage clothing say vintage clothing. They're all in one rack.
Because you don't need to do that. I was gonna say a little tip. I don't know if anyone's opening a store soon. If you are,
yeah,
and you're selling stuff like vintage, and it's not your main thing, and you're getting it for a set amount every time, selling it for the set amount like we do,
or average your cost.
Just put it in as vintage clothing and put it the quantity. That's all you got to do.
That's all you got to do. Unless you're selling it online, which we were hoping to sell most of it online.
But it did, but it was not worth.
It was not worth the time, dude. That took me 2 nights of editing photos.
That was just editing the photos to put as the pictures.
I remember I'd go to the golf course and open, and luckily some of the days I worked in the pro shop, and I'd be in the pro shop at 5:30 in the morning masking out photos. Like that was a grind.
It's crazy, man.
But if you guys want to see a part 2, there's a lot more stuff we can talk on and touch on. If you guys have any questions, let us know in the comments. But I think that's it for tonight.
Just going on YouTube?
Yeah, YouTube and Instagram.
Like, comment, subscribe.
There you go. Share it with your friends. Throw it up on your story. Tag some people. If you're looking to open a store, DM us. We'll definitely give you some tips because it's not easy.
The coldest podcast.
Iciest podcast on Instagram.
This shit's cold.
But thank you guys for tuning in to Cold Talk, the Iciest podcast on Instagram. It's been your boy Tyler.
And Gib.
And we'll catch you on the next one.
Peace.
Hey, cold shoulder kicks got me feeling like I won the lotto. Might just have the ice out on my wrist. This AK fully auto. I've been ballin' like I'm Katie or McGrady on Toronto.